get back to this coming up. Sunday night, can the Cowboys wrap it up? And also, if they get a Seattle loss, this could be for the bye. And the 1 seed in the NFC, they're 3.5 now, 47.5 in New York on NBC. Chance for snow. Game temperature 34 degrees. Cowboys relying on Dak and Elliot. Nothing new there. And now, huge with the Giants, Teddy. JPP out, at least for the regular season.
Yeah, and each of these games we previewed here in Big Game Breakdown on Sportsbet, we're talking about a chance of snow showers and temperatures at or below freezing. But in all of these games, all three of them that we've just talked about, southwest wind, the wind's blowing 5 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. Wind is your biggest impediment to scoring. Not cold, not snow. In fact, if you look at snow games tend to go over the total. So as we get closer to game day, be aware of that. The markets tend to knee-jerk when it comes to snow and bet this stuff down. And we all remember that Eagles-Lions games a couple years back?
Yeah, don't remind me.
That was 7-0 in the third quarter. And guess what? Everyone got real tired. Next thing you know was big play, flew over the total. And that game was in the 50s before kickoff. So, yeah, the Cowboys can win at least a tie for the NFC East with a win in this ball game. But, the Giants just lost Jason Pierre-Paul, and he was a guy that we've talked about a couple times on this show. Landon Collins, the safety, talking about the impact of the JPP injury. Quote, "We're not done. Trust me on that. JPP is one of the best players in the defense, one of the best players on the team, but you don't stop playing just because you lose a player like that. We have other players on this team. We all need to step up. It's not a matter of giving up now. It's a matter of doing more and fighting even harder. I still believe in this team. I absolutely do." So positive comments there, at least for the G-men, but no question, JPP's absence will be felt. They need his pass rush, and they're not going to be getting it.
Yeah, one correction. Cowboys win. The division's over. It's all wrapped up. Cowboys D still vulnerable. Football Outsiders averaging 25th overall. Base stats, yards per play, 27th. Sack percentage, 29th. Interceptions, 32nd. Yards per drive, 28th. We know about these great weapons that the Giants have with those 3 stud wide receivers, but Eli's got to get them involved and get Beckham involved early.
Yeah, well, it was Cruz last week who wasn't getting the looks, and he got grumpy.
Yep.
Beckham was yelling at the refs, and he got grumpy. And, they're a little bit mercurial, these Giants. And Manning and McAdoo have had this confused look on their face on a pretty consistent basis. It's been an underachieving offense. They haven't been able to run the football. And the passing game, they have these downfield weapons. We expect lots of big plays from the Giants. Haven't gotten the big plays on a steady enough basis. Haven't gotten the red zone execution. And yet, they're still sitting here very much in the postseason mix. And they're going against a defense that Football Outsiders doesn't like very much. And, Dallas has been able to control the flow of so many of these games this season just because their offense plays slow, the defense is on the sidelines, and they go on these long, time-consuming drives. But when you're 32nd in interception percentage and 29th in sack percentage and 27th in yards per play and 28th in yards per drive, those are stats that you say, well, maybe there's a reason that the Cowboys have failed to cover each of the last 2 weeks. Maybe this team is just a notch or two overvalued in the betting market.
What do you think of McAdoo? They broke this down, I think it was MMQB, Monday Morning Quarterback, that Peter King site. 95% of the time they use one formation on all their plays, and the guy's got a play sheet the size of a wine menu at your favorite steakhouse. I mean, it's a simplistic offense. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't think McAdoo's hopeless. He's not my favorite first-year head coach. I mean, that's fair enough, isn't it? I don't think he's hopeless, but it's a guy who's always been a coordinator who's now taking on additional responsibilities. And, how do you blame his team? The Giants have overachieved so far. They've probably have a better record than their overall stats and overall level of play would expect. So I say we give him credit rather than ripping him, but again, not my favorite coach that I've seen this season.
The Mike Lombardi line, they're running a Ponzi scheme. You look at the numbers, how the hell does this team have a winning record when you see what's going on?
Well, look at the Chiefs, and the Chiefs we keep on talking about Casey getting better and better, even with the Derek Johnson going out for the year. Although that's a bad loss for Kansas City.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.